Okay, so in this video we're going to make the player controller, so we'll actually be able to control the player. So let's create a new component called player controller. It's going to be a component, so make sure to extend component. And this player controller is going to check for input, and it's going to jump. It's going to hold a rigid body, so let's do rigid body, rigid, and actually there should be, whatever, rigid body, and we'll do private int jumped since grounded equals to 0. So this variable will allow us to double jump. Let's do a start method, and in the start method we'll just do rigid body equals to game object dot get component rigid body dot class. And actually this is giving me OCD. Rigid body should be without a capital B. Should be rigid body like that. There we go. Now here we're gonna have an update method, and this is where we will detect input and everything. So we can do a private void get input or move, and we can call move right here, and we'll say if key manager dot is held key event dot vk left. So when we press the left button, we will move the x-axis -3. We do not need that cast argument. Alright, and same thing with the right. What the hell? Same thing with yvk right. Thank you. Rigid body dot move x, and we'll just move it 3 to the right. Now we'll do on released, and why is this called on released with a D? Sorry, on release. There we go. So actually let's do that afterwards. If we do if key manager dot on press key event up, we're going to want to jump, right? So let's create a jump method. And in this jump method, we're going to say if the jumped since grounded is equal to 0, then we're going to add force. Remember, we added force. It's like kicking a ball, right? Well, in this case, we're going to jump. I'll do ++. Otherwise, if the jump since grounded is 1, then we're going to also add a force, but it's going to be a weaker force. So we're going to jump at a smaller height, and we're going to increment this variable, this jumped since grounded variable. And let's see if it works. Oh, wait, we forgot to add the component. Let's go into the game scene, and the player right here will do new player controller. Alright. You can see we can jump, we can move around. That was fairly easy. Now let's actually fix the jumping, because we are not resetting anything. So in the player controller, we'll do an on collision and we'll say if the collision type equals to bottom, right? So if like the player jumped and then it collides with the floor, like that's when this if statement would be true, in which case we're going to say just jump since grounded equals to 0 because we're grounded, we're on the floor. Otherwise, we'll do component C collision.collider.get all components. If C does not equal to this component, then we'll do C.on collision. And then, yeah, so then later we're going to do an onDestroy method right there. Okay, so now the double jumping should work. Yep, see? Can jump once, just like that, or we can double jump, just like this. This is pretty cool. Alright, so moving works, but we're sliding around a lot, so I want to fix that. Over here we'll do if keyManager.onRelease key event.vk left. Then we're going to do rigidBody.moveX 0. So we're resetting the movement, and we're going to add a new force, but a very tiny force of -1. Do the same thing with when we're moving right, or when we stop moving right, I should say. And when we stop moving right, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to reset the x-axis, and we're going to add a new vector 2 force, but this time we're moving in the opposite direction. And now we should only slide a tiny bit. So you can see, it slides very minuscule amounts. Just like that. Cool. So now I want to, yeah, no, that's it for this video. Yeah, alright. Next video we will move the camera. Yeah, alright, see ya.